what are some in terms of like crypto-friendly accounts? Is it mostly restricted to Panama, or is there any other jurisdictions that you think would work for some of our clients?
Yeah, for sure. It's not just restricted to Panama. You know, there are many jurisdictions that can manage and handle cryptos, for example, and always depends on like your basic information. You know, because maybe for your company Panama can't work, for example, and we have other banks in other places that can help you. And we have not just fintechs that can manage cryptos, but also physical and real banks. I can make an example. We helped recently a client that had to make a cash out of 100 bitcoins. You know, so we are not talking about little cryptos, but we are talking about a good amount that with a fintech bank, a digital bank, you can't handle. You know, because they don't have the structure to manage all these kind of bitcoins. But yeah. Yes, anyway, coming back to your question, for sure, there is not only and just Panama. There are different jurisdictions, and always depending if you need just to receive money from your clients, so you need just like a corporate account for your company, or individual accounts. So maybe you need a crypto-friendly account with an internal wallet, because there is a little difference, you know, because crypto-friendly account can be without internal wallet. So this means that the bank can accept money in from exchanges, you know, because for example, Wise, let's make an example. If you try to send money from in fiat value, in fiat currency from Binance, for example, they're going to freeze your account. They don't want to manage anything from crypto, you know. So there are crypto-friendly accounts without internal wallet that is just that you can receive money from exchanges, and there are like crypto-friendly account with internal wallet, so you can also host like a USDT or other cryptos, you know. So always depending on what you're searching for and what are your needs. But yes, anyway. Talking about the credit, etc., I think that credit and international banking are like must for international entrepreneurs, you know, because if you have a company, you work internationally, etc., you want to have the best benefits from your money, etc. The best way you can move is to open international accounts, even if you have, for example, a US LLC, you know, because maybe just for asset protection, or also because your business can increase, not just in the US, but out of US also. You have to receive euros, etc. And it's very important for sure also the credit for the reasons you said, you know, because not just spending money for nothing, but you can have benefits back, you know. And you know very well how it works, for example, for US credit cards and no US credit cards, because can have also different benefits and work in different way.